only to be hurt and mistake. Not the victim to her ever-changing fate. My life is bloody, folded to her arms again. Like a dinner way to make her pay. So tonight, these days take care of. And we are back, Bangin Beers podcast. What episode number are we on? 50. What, 150? Holy shit, 150. All right, so we're getting up there, guys. Thanks for hanging out on a Sunday afternoon. We're a little later today than usual, but you know, if you're gonna hang out in the chat, talk to us. Let's see what's going on. So today we are featuring obviously one we've spoken many times about, but one of our favorite breweries in the area, Troegs. You know, they're the local legends now. But we have variants of all of their bunch of their beers that we have here. We're going from Perpetual to Perpetual Darkness. We have, am I looking at the right ones? Trogonator and Coconator. This is Nugget Nectar and Double Nugget Nectar, and then we got Blizzard and Double Blizzard as well. But to start off, our show beer for the day is going to be a brand new brewery out of Jim Thorpe, PA. So, Bob, why don't you tell us about this while I crack it?
This is from the Bright Path Brewing in Jim Thorpe. I'll just give the readout here and then talk a little bit about the brewery. But
so that smells wonderful.
This is called McGowan's Cream Ale. It comes in at 4.3% ABV. Again, the brewery's new, so this has been logged in a whole whopping 11 times.
Look at us.
It averages a 3.98. A classic American ale brewed with Cascade hops and fermented cooler to create a crisp, refreshing beer. And the only thing that's been added to the flavor profile so far is light. So we talked about this a little bit last week, I think. Bright Path Brewing, they're still only doing to-go takeout.
Gotta bring the mic a little closer to you, Bob. You good?
For anyone who's familiar with Jim Thorpe, it's on the other side of town. It's not near Broadway. If you're going up the hill like you're going to go to Penn's Peak, it is one of the last buildings, if not the last building on the left before you pass the Jim Thorpe Monument. We were in there for maybe 15 minutes. Everybody was nice. Looks like it's going to be a cool setup. They said they anticipated it to be 2 or 3 more weeks before the tap room was ready to be open full time to the public. They were actually still doing electrical work while I was there, and then again, when all the work is done, they still have to go through their inspections with the borough before they can serve people.
Yeah, looking at their list here, 6 beers they have made, or 6 beers that I don't know if all 6 are available, but they have the McGowan's Cream Ale, they have the American Standard Pale Ale, the Hell's Lager, the Vienna Lager, a Porter, and a Pisgah Mountain Brew, which is another lager.
Pisgah Mountain.
Okay.
That is actually brand new. That actually they released that the day I was there. I have a crowler of that at home as well.
Yeah, I've been in cream ale kick. So when he put all 3 of the choices that he could bring to the show today, I was like, I wanted to pick cream ale, but I don't like. I let you guys kind of, and you guys picked. I was like, fucking universe.
I don't know. I like it. What about you?
It's fantastic. It smells like when you walk into Troegs.
It does. Yeah.
Like a really nice hop character on the nose. It's super easy drinker, nice and flavorful.
Yeah. So we have 2 of 4 right now, but if you want to join us at home when you're drinking and hanging out, we have the brand new logo on glasses. So we're all going to be drinking out of our faces every show, hopefully starting next week. We got 2 of the 4 that came in. So if you want to support the merch page, it is in the link tree below. We also have hyperlinks now that'll take you right to Spotify, as well as our website, as well as Apple. If you're listening to this audio, whatever podcast platform you're using, if you can leave a review, that would help us out tremendously. A 5-star goes a very long way.
You don't even have to type anything on Spotify.
Well, if you type it, you have to type anything on Spotify.
No.
There's nothing, no feature.
You just hit us. It takes you 2 seconds. Give us 5 stars, or tell us we fucking suck with a 1. We don't care.
If your podcast platform doesn't provide, or even if you're watching this now, Facebook does reviews. That helps us out a lot. More people that leave reviews on our Facebook page does help. But yeah, if you leave a review on our website, it kind of generates a little bit of traffic there, as well as we'll read your reviews out on the podcast. But yeah, and then we want to also real quick thank our sponsors. I am actually picking on Monday who won the t-shirt from last month.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so anyone who donates $10 or more on our Patreon is in the runnings for a t-shirt, unless you're a member of the team. And then the end of this month, we're doing the giveaway for the coaster, the Coaster, the Bangin Beers 16-ounce
the custom Yeti.
Yeah, the custom
one of a kind. Get out there, support us on the Patreon.
One of one. So we want to thank Ryan Vox, David S., Brett Squared, Bridget M., Andrew H., Greg A.R., Heidi B., Ryan Galata from the Fuel by Haas podcast, Kelly from Crystal Mountain Healing, Tommy B., Tree of Life Metaphysical Shop, Brad Z., Hyrith in other words, and J. H. Jay, we love you. You're an OG. You've been here since the start. You're the only one who hasn't left us from our original batch. I actually talked to him the other night out and express my love of his support to us, because it means a lot, and he's been doing $5 for a couple months now. So
beautiful.
Yeah, it means
thank you, man. Yeah, thank you, my friend.
Yeah, he's a good dude, man. Also, if you're listening to this on Facebook or audio only, head over to our YouTube channel. There is we're very close. I think like 60 subscribers. We're moving up there. Our goal is 1,000 by the end of the year. So the more word of mouth and people hitting that subscribe button definitely helps out.
Don't forget to hit the bell.
Audio has been doing awesome. I think out of all the shows on the network, the audio for Bangin Beers has been doing the best.
Nice.
That's good. Which is good because it was the worst.
Wow. Hey.
So a complete turnaround. A lot of feedback I heard from just outside people. They really liked the beer history. They thought that was cool about learning about the beer styles. So maybe something we incorporate a little more. The history of Treehouse was cool. A lot of people enjoyed that too. We probably should have the history of Troegs, but we'll do that for another episode. I'm sure Troegs is going to come back around again.
Yeah.
But hopefully, in Troegs, if you're listening,
that would be fun too for us to all go there and do the tour.
Yeah.
And then we can get like information from the source, obviously.
Yeah.
And
that'd be a good idea.
Dude, even if they let us go upstairs or something like that and sit in the corner and just
there you go. There's some more content coming, guys.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. But yeah, so if all the support, if you can't do a monetary donation or anything, there's always a share button. Helps us out a lot, or like I said, that review. But thank you guys so much for the support. Let's
helps us climb those ranks, and then any of you guys helping us with the Patreon helps us buy beers for the show and buy all the upgrade equipment for all the shows. And hope gives us an advantage to do giveaways as well too. So
if you want to be a show sugar daddy or sugar mama, we have on our link tree as well as our like I made it as a joke on the link tree, but you never know. Like what if like some like rich person is just like, I like what they do, and we do have our like our Amazon wish list. You ever see like when girls on TikTok do it? They're like, buy me a gift. So we have that up there. I mean, it's pretty much just what we want to get for the future, so you guys can physically see what your money is. The reason I did it is to show you what we're saving up for. So we have a list of the equipment we want to get, and you can visually see it on our Amazon. And then we even mark like, hey, we just bought one of these, so it kind of keeps track of everything. It helps me keep track, but it lets I want full transparency. So anytime someone donates money, it means a lot, obviously, but I just want you to know it's not just going to nonsense. It's going to help buy equipment. If you're in the chat, let us know what you're drinking on a Sunday. We have some cool locations coming up soon. I have to hit up a place in Hazleton that's been telling us to come up, but during football season is kind of busy for them. So now that's kind of coming to an end, we can go hang out up at that place and get our tap on.
And we have I just gotta confirm it and get the okay that we're ready to start promoting. But we're gonna be doing something really cool in April with someone as well. So
yeah. Oh yeah, that's gonna be sick. A lot of support from Little Brown Barrel. Thank you so much for your support.
Yes, thanks, Steve.
Blackrock, Pilgaroo, the Washington Hotel has been super supportive. I'm not sure her name, but she's been really active on our social media. Tessa, thank you so much. And also a lot of love from Black Diamond in Frackville here, been showing a lot. I believe one of the bartenders bought one of our new shirts.
Oh, nice.
So, that means a lot. Thank you guys so much. Now that the sappy stuff's out of the way, let's drink some beer.
All right, we got some heavy hitters coming in today. So the first one we are going to crack and compare, we are doing the Blizzard of Hops and Double Blizzard.
That cream ale is fantastic.
Dude, that's really good. I can't wait to see what they come out with and get able to get up and visit. But I mean, that's a really awesome addition to Jim Thorpe, because every time I'll see like in the Breweries and PA group post and be like, hey, what's good in Jim Thorpe? And they're like, well, there's no actual breweries. There are some fantastic places though. Have some great beers.
There's that one place, but like you have to get lucky and be able to get into.
Oh,
a
Notch
spot
8 because it's
really
it's
tight.
crowded.
It's
Yes,
tight.
it's crowded. But Notch 8 is fantastic. They always have a ton of awesome PA beers. All their spirits and wines are from PA as well. They make fantastic craft cocktails. The Marion Hose Bar up the street, they have a very big feature of Berwick Brewing and a bunch of other Pennsylvania beers as well. And then Broadway down, the Broadway Bar and Grill right on the main drag as well also has a great craft beer selection. So a lot of good stuff in Jim Thorpe. It's one of our favorite towns to visit. So, you know, this coming along to it is going to make it even, you know, just even more of a destination. This isn't even in the town proper, so that's makes it a little bit better.
Did you already drink yours?
No. I poured my double. I mean, my regular. I didn't get the double yet.
To make sure I'm not going.
Does everyone have the double?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
You're the last with the double.
All right. I'm really excited because I have not had Blizzard at all this season.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, this is the first time for me.
I think it's fantastic this season.
Double on the right. I'm just doing this for my mental. Right, double, normal, left. All right.
All right. So we definitely, obviously, we have a color comparison here. So
Double's a little cloudier, a little hazier.
Yeah.
I guess that would be the term, right?
yep.
There's two beers on this list that I've never had. I've never had Perpetual Dark, and I've never had Coconator. The Coconator. So I'm pretty pumped for this.
Which Coconator came about from a homebrew contest that Troegs had, so which is really cool.
There's actually a friend of the podcast, someone he's dating that I invited to the podcast to come hang out. He's been on this podcast, Bangin Beers, plenty of times, but I didn't realize she was a craft beer fan, and she's also a local artist, and she's actually entering her art into Troegs to get like hopefully picked to like how we had the Nugget Nectar release. So I reached out to her. Maybe if she gets picked, we can like showcase her art.
Yeah,
and showcase a local artist as well as another reason to have some more people to come and hang out and drink beers with us.
Nice. What description we got on the? What do you got? The single up first, Bob?
Yep.
All right.
I didn't want to go down there.
No.
So this one is
just real quick. You gave me a flashback of the Saturday Night Live skits. Just like third heart attack this week.
Doctor says I need to lower my pork intake.
You know, you're hitting your chest. I was like, it's the first thing that popped my brain. Like Bob would have died, I would have chuckled first. Yeah.
God bears.
Like what a skit Bob just did there.
Oh shit.
So we have a Blizzard of Hops from Troegs Independent Brewing of Hershey, PA. This is considered an American IPA. Comes in at 6.4% and 80 IBUs. This has been checked in 93,000 times.
It's fucking awesome.
Where it averages a 3.77. I have 124 friend check-ins where it averages a 3.81. And I've actually had it or logged it at least 11 times already.
Yeah, I definitely know I drank it more times than I've logged it in, but I obviously didn't log. Like
I for the longest
I have
time
rated it.
I for the longest time have just been like, every time I have something, I'm not going to log it because I'm like what's the point? Like I logged it once, but now I started like logging it every time I have it, or at least once a year.
I forgot how good Blizzard House was.
Yeah.
All right.
So we created this winter IPA to toast hop growers around the world for another successful harvest. This storm of hoppy citrus and pine notes is a bright reminder the end of the hop cycle is only the beginning. Number 404 in our hop cycle seasonal series, and the flavor profiles listed as hoppy, light, smooth, piney, and citrusy.
So I wonder, it has. So maybe it's just because I get tricked because the name. Once again, I'm not a smart beer taster. But I kind of get like almost like a wintry vibe to it. Like it kind of has. I want to say like how we had just the ice beers. It has that iced, like.
Well, it reminds me like I'm getting a lot of really like a clementine type flavor to it, like with the citrusy, and they're
Like
always
sweet citrus.
Yeah, like a sweet citrus, and like the clementines they're always available around Christmas and stuff. So that's where I'm really getting that.
Yeah, maybe that's what's tricking my brain. Yeah, that's a sleeper beer, Blizzard Hops.
It's my favorite.
I don't think it gets talked about as enough.
No.
I like.
There's a lot of people that don't like it for some reason.
Really, it's so good.
But it's such an easy drinker and light. The floral, like it's very floral. Like that citrus business as well.
Yeah, and that like 6.2 or something. It's pretty approachable. 6.4.
Yeah. I want to give a quick shout out also on our YouTube page. I was just on East Coast LQ reviews. So like he does like whiskey and liquor reviews as well as beer. He is part of the craft beer pours family that we've been welcomed into. All really cool beer content creators, and they're really cool. So if you go to our bottom of our YouTube page, I've linked a bunch of their pages down there. Like last week we had Last Beer, who's part of that community. So it's a huge community of beer content creators and just really good people from all over the country. And so I was welcomed onto their show last night, and I reviewed. They did all these like really fancy stouts, and I drank the Ilsner from from
Dude,
Pizza
that's
Boy.
a fucking awesome pilsner.
Yeah,
I just felt like I probably should have picked something fancier, but that's me. So I kind of, I guess, showcase my white trashness, I guess. You know what I mean? But, no, they're really, really cool people, very smart beer people. Bumpy, who his Bumpy Roads Brewing Company, he's a brewer as well as content creator on YouTube. Very educational. Like he knows like how we do the beer history. He's been doing that for a minute. So I have to go back and kind of watch some of his stuff when we do a certain type of beer, because he really breaks it down style, how it's done hop. And I guess like we might have to lend his services when we do certain styles, to have him come on and kind of see how we did in our research and stuff. But really cool group of people. So like I said, on our YouTube page, scroll down to the bottom and show some of those pages some love.
Yeah, but so it classic. Like I've liked this one since Troegs put it out. It's super easy drinking, super nice and light, crisp. That citrusness is there, and it's, you know, it still keeps that character of an IPA.
I didn't realize how much fucking beer we had. This is nutty.
Yeah, that's like I said. Last week we were like, oh, ice beers. We're gonna have so many beers and we're gonna be trashed, and then now we got.
I didn't think
like,
that we're gonna be trash. I just thought
nothing's
like feel like shit.
Regret it.
It's from
I felt
low
all right.
quality.
Yeah.
I was fine. I was a little tired when I got home, I think, but
I had a little bit of headache.
But it was all right. So we got Double Blizzard to follow this back. So obviously it's a double IPA version of the original Blizzard of hops.
So Double Blizzard again from Troegs Independent Brewing of Hershey, PA. This one is considered a double IPA. It comes in at 8.3 on the ABV, and they did not list IBUs on this one. This one has been checked in roughly 12,600 times, where it averages a 4.01. I've had 52 friend check-ins where it averages a 3.99, and I've logged it in twice myself already. This is Blizzard of hops, turned up to 11. For Double Blizzard, we use a cooler temperature for the kettle hop additions, softening the character of the Centennial, Chinook, and Eldorado. On the cold side, we dry hop with 4 pounds per barrel of Chinook and Galaxy. At 8.3% ABV, we're into semi-hazy double IPA territory, and we like it here. We taste huge citrus and pineapple notes and soft pine. And the flavor profile is listed as hoppy, smooth, crisp, citrusy, and piney.
I'm looking through check-ins of this, and Bob, you actually checked this in on this show already. Yeah, you have a check-in of this on the show.
I'm actually very surprised that my original check-in of this.
March of last year.
That's awesome. We probably had this on the show like fucking.
Oh, I see what happened.
What?
So I guess I checked this in on December of 2020, but I thought the original pressing was better. Because I said last year was better was my comment. I gave it a 3.5, but this is another one I look forward to. Troegs seasonals are such like there's not a bad one out there.
No.
And like
they're usually I say it all the time. Maybe it should be a t-shirt and have my face on it. But I don't often buy a full case of a lot of beers, but generally Troegs seasonals, I will buy a full case and have it at the house.
I mean, you can't go wrong with just Troegs, buying a case of any of the Troegs beers. Like if they're all good. I actually gave this a 3.75 last time I checked it in. I think I like the Blizzard more than I did the double, but I'm gonna say this year, I think I like the double more than I like the normal. I think the double drinks smoother.
Yeah, it has that nice softness to it from the bit of haze that's in there.
This is real. I'm leaning more towards double than I am the single.
The citrus isn't as pronounced.
No,
That's a lot smoother.
Yeah.
It's like witchcraft.
And I looked at the cans and bottles. They do actually use the same hops in this one, which we'll get back to when we get to Nugget and Double Nugget.
Really?
Yeah.
So they changed the hop
There's a
character.
variant, yeah.
There's-
Variation.
They don't use all the same hops in Nugget and Double Nugget. I was gonna reach out and ask them why, but we can see if they listen to the show and answer us.
Yeah, comment below, Troegs.
Yes.
But yeah, like this, and it's for how high ABV. It's a super easy drinker too. Like it goes down super smooth, so it's dangerous. But I personally I like the double better. I really like the regular Blizzard. I think it's a little too bright sometimes. But this muted bits and the softer mouthfeel and smoothness of this is just, I don't know, I think it brings out the hop character like a little bit more in general versus like I can get like one thing out of the other one.
I just like the regular because I can crank down a couple of them in a sitting and not
That's the thing.
and not worry about me being
we did
belligerent.
138 recently. So this season we've done a Troegs, 150 Troegs. Episode 29 we had Troegs, and then 39 we had Troegs. But there's been other ones where we had Troegs, we just didn't put Troegs in the episode title. So that's at least 4 times.
I know it's been more.
I know we have them on a lot, but this is like different.
This is a Troegs episode.
This is a Troegs episode.
Yeah,
and we're pairing a variant with the traditional.
I think we did something similar to this in the past. You're going back and re-listen episodes. You could be our historian here in a month or two. But yeah, I don't remember. There's so many. I can't keep track of all 5 shows. But I think we did the double variants side by side before.
I think we just did double Nugget and Nugget Nectar. I think we did last year.
Yeah,
I'm all for retouching old topics because some of the equipment used back then, the audio was just not as good. So I'm always about going back and redoing it.
I went back and I've listened to the original 3 episodes so far. The next one up will be episode number 4.
Oh,
all right.
So
some of those original episodes are not. We did like 20 beers one episode. It was stupid.
So far, my favorite one out of them all is like when Dan got all schnockered up there. That was pretty good.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with that. Dan sometimes he gets a little nutty and he says some dumb shit. Or he's gonna rogue us.
So moving on to our next one is our Perpetual IPA, which is a Troegs staple. This is one of the first IPAs that I really, really liked. And it's, a staple in every Troegs variety pack they put out. It's a classic West Coast style. It's not a haze boy. It is a 7.5 easy drinker, and it is fantastic. But its variant of Perpetual Darkness is actually a barley wine.
And this will be in the summer pack this year, right?
What's the Perpetual?
The Darkness one.
When does this come out? No.
I think that usually comes out fall.
Yeah.
Now.
What did the rep say is going to be sneaking into the summer pack?
That new one.
They have a new IPA coming out.
I thought he said a Galaxy version of Perpetual or something like that.
It might be. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't remember.
I guess we'll find out soon.
But yeah, I think this is a brewery only, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. But they put this out.
That's it. Hey, new Twitch.
Your turn for the heart attack.
It went down the wrong pipe.
As we all die today at Bangin Beers.
Oh my goodness.
All right, so let's get that Perpetual over there, and then we got Perpetual Darkness. Why don't you want to give us these descriptions here, Bob?
I'm an idiot.
Arms up, Tony.
Yes, so big. So big.
Perpetual IPA again from Troegs Independent Brewing of Hershey, PA. This one's considered American IPA also. It comes in at 7.5% ABV and it's rated at 85 IBUs. This has been checked in over 169,000 times, where it averages a 3.8. I have 156 friend check-ins where it averages a 3.81, and I have actually logged us in 25 times already. And Bill is my highlight.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at you, Bill. You're a highlight.
Here you go. Read yourself.
I'm the champion. An old friend and watching Christmas Vacation. Glad to be able to get pounders.
Now, there is another version of Perpetual Haze.
Yep.
So there's 3 variants.
I think we had that on the show too.
Yeah,
I brought one.
I feel like that came out August.
I think so.
Yeah.
Because I remember grabbing it. I don't remember why I was down that way for a concert or something, and I grabbed like 2 4-packs of it.
I have never checked Perpetual in.
Really?
No.
Never.
Right.
We suck at
here's the
Untapped
first
sometimes.
time.
I'm terrible at Untapped.
You want to pour the dark so we can get that around?
It's coming around. I think it's a Bob.
It's at Bob.
But yeah, so there actually is a third
Here,
variant
we'll hop over, Bob.
to Perpetual.
And he can finish his water, and then he can get his.
So, in our constant evolution as a brewery, we've developed an undying drive to meld the organic and the mechanical. Perpetual IPA utilizes our hopback and dry hopping to engineer a bold imperial pale ale. Perpetual IPA is 7.5% ABV and 85 IBUs. It features Bravo, Chinook, and Mount Hood hops in the boil, Mount Hood and Nugget hops in the hopback, and Citric, Cascade, and Nugget hops in the dry hopping.
This is one big old hoppy boy.
And the flavor profile, obviously hoppy, smooth, strong, light, and sweet.
Hopback, another Troegs beer.
Yep.
Little cameo appearance there.
It's a stage in the fermentation process,
They're like, let's make hopback and then add more.
or in
to
the whole brewing process, I should say. But
I would love to learn more about how breweries do that. Like they would talk about it, and I wouldn't know.
well, that's what we're going to be doing soon.
Yeah.
So I'll be getting our grains very, very shortly, and then we're going to be starting on our own journey of brewing. So it's coming, guys. It's coming.
It's
Just
gonna be wild.
goddamn year needs to already. It's February's over already.
My problem is I have ADD horribly. So you guys are gonna start the brewing process, and I'm just gonna go play the dogs.
That's fine.
that's all right.
That's all right.
Literally what's
Literally,
gonna
most of it is just waiting. So literally, we'll probably
Like,
go
you're gonna
live
be
or
standing
something.
around
I will
stove?
likely will bring my dog over too.
happen. Does your dog get along with their dogs?
Yeah.
Really?
They never met.
Yeah, they did.
Like met
Yeah.
Penny.
Yeah,
Okay, it's been a while.
it's been a while.
You're afraid that Penny's gonna kill it?
Penny's kind of a bitch sometimes.
um,
So, and like we said, the interesting thing about this variant is that Perpetual Darkness is not an IPA; it is a barley wine, and that's what's going to be. I believe it uses the same mash. I'm sure it describes it on there.
So,
now here's a question, real quick. Sorry to cut you off right there, Bob. Bob, I know it does say barley wine right there in the can below, but if I were to go through it, like the barley wine is a very small banner on the close to the. I mean, it's readable. It's not like it's hidden. It's not fine print. But when you see Perpetual Darkness, my brain automatically goes, "That's a dark beer, stout porter. I'm out of here." And then you go, "Oh,
Either
barley
that,
wine."
either
See, I
that,
would
or
think
it
it was
would
a-
have been very interesting if they made it into a black IPA.
That's what I would.
instead
When
of
I
a-
first heard of it, that's what
barley
I thought
wine.
it was going to be.
Yeah.
And I really love that black IPAs are making a comeback.
There's
Yeah.
one coming on locally soon.
Oh,
I
nice.
think, this week.
Sweet. Go ahead, Bob.
all right.
A
So,
dark IPA.
Perpetual Darkness again. Troegs Independent Brewing of Hershey, PA. Again, this is considered an American barley wine. This one comes in at 9.4% ABV, and it's listed at 54 IBUs. It's been
Is this
checked-
Troegs' first barley wine attempt?
No,
No.
the collab. They did the collab barley wine with
I think they have a few other ones too. I don't think they have like a. I think they
with
have
New
some-
Trail.
Is that a Troegs New Trail?
Yeah.
Well, I did not know that. I gave Andy a can that's been sitting in my fridge for a while.
So this has been checked in roughly 1,600 times. It averages a 3.92. I have 6 friend check-ins where it averages a 3.71. Today will be my first time trying it. I don't have a highlight. What if, it's a question we often ask around here, what if Perpetual were sort of dirty blonde barley wine? What if we toned down the bitterness but turned up the sticky citrus notes? Enter Perpetual Darkness, a hoppy candy bar of an IPA gone wild with a silky body and an herbal resiny finish. We taste overripe grapefruit, grassy herbs, and candy orange. The flavor profile is listed as dark, strong, hoppy, boozy, and citrus.
Oh, that's
Interesting.
fantastic.
Petrol just getting the treatment, and it's getting all these variants. What's another variant of Perpetual you want to see? We have a hazy, we have a barley wine,
I would say either a black IPA or something like that too.
Perpetual Pilsner,
Perpetual Darkness 2,
It'll,
black IPA.
Black barley
Electric-
wine.
Electric Boogaloo.
yeah, electric, the squeakle.
Yeah, we forgot to do that. All the Alvin and the Chipmunks squiggle. Yeah, that's amazing. Speaking of pop culture, I'm gonna get you on a tangent. I'm not gonna make the show go longer, but I always ask. I don't watch. I just see the internet's reactions. What do you think? What's going on in Star Wars right now?
I fucking love it.
The update of Andy Star Wars.
I fucking love it. This new episode of Book of Boba Fett was absolutely insane.
Spoiler alerts if you haven't watched it.
Cad motherfucking Bane.
But
Holy
That's
shit.
that's the cowboy
But-
guy, right?
but
Yeah.
he needs a larger hat.
That is my only gripe. Cad Bane's hat should be bigger.
So what is this guy's backstory?
So Cad Bane is like the bounty hunter of bounty hunters. Like can go toe to toe and kill Jedi.
Because he swallowed a thing for in his throat, so they can't force choke him.
He has a lot of stuff, but he's
Yeah.
also like he can resist Jedi mind tricks. He's a Duros by race, but he has some cybernetic enhancements and stuff. But he's a big staple of the Clone Wars.
Yeah,
So
he's another one of those characters who made their debut from anime to live action.
yes, so he was
How was the transition?
fucking awesome.
They nailed it.
Yeah. they nailed it.
Like I said,
Except the hat.
my only gripe is the hat could be bigger.
Okay.
But like he's a badass like Clint Eastwood style Western bounty hunter, and he's just he's a monster. And I don't know, and this could be a potential spoiler what's going on, but originally there was supposed to be a Clone Wars episode where Boba Fett kills him, but it got scrapped. So I think that actually happened, the fight, because he reappears in the Bad Batch and he has like a metal plate in his head because he's supposed to be the reason why Boba Fett has a big dent in his helmet. So, I think there's
we might
going
see a fight scene between him.
I think there's going to be
And
I think when Cad Bane and Boba Fett show down against each other, everyone who's been bitching about Book of Boba Fett are going to be happy.
I think Boba's gonna ride a Rancor.
Just
saying.
I think that might happen too.
I think what the thing is now, everyone's like, it's become the Mandalorian shows. As everyone's like, I missed the Book of Boba
It's
Fett.
just like it's setting up all the crime syndicates in the universe,
Yeah.
basically.
So, which is also, if you watch the Clone Wars and Rebels, you understand a lot more of, and like
Interesting.
Solo and all those things, because like there's a huge history of like the lore of the different crime syndicates, and because there's obviously an underworld of Star Wars,
Mhm.
and that's what a lot of people have been upset about the Book of Boba Fett, because everyone wanted Boba Fett just to be a badass the whole time because he was always the mysterious character. He's a huge like cult following and stuff.
People made him more than what he was.
Yeah, because he was literally just a background character. And then but he looked really fucking cool. And the funny thing about his design was actually the original design of the Stormtroopers.
Yeah. So his whole costume was white.
Yeah.
So there are toys and stuff that exist, and they call them
Prequels.
Proto Fett.
Yeah.
So it's like a prototype of his outfit, but they added colors so people wouldn't confuse him to, because when he first appeared in the
he was
holiday
like-
special,
He was like blue and yellow or something.
Yeah, he was like off colors, but when he finally got into the movies,
He was like the green,
the
red,
green,
and stuff.
red,
yeah, the classic
yellow.
Boba Fett we know. But I don't personally like. I always thought Boba Fett was cool, but like I never had like a personal attachment to him. And I know a lot of people were kind of pissed when the prequels came out and they gave his origin story that he's a clone of Jango
Well, he's
Fett.
a semi-clone.
Yeah.
Like he's the only
He's an
one
unaltered clone.
Yeah.
So good, and Jango Fett wanted to raise him as his son. And then when he gets killed by Mace Windu at the battle on Geonosis, that Boba kind of takes up the mantle.
Yeah.
And then you can actually see Boba Fett growing up during the Clone Wars. He's a little asshole.
Yeah.
So there's been a lot of backstory about Boba Fett that already exists that I think a lot of people aren't taking into an account now. And I think it's Boba trying, because he was a little bastard. He was a bounty hunter, but he wasn't a good. He was a mercenary. He wasn't really good. And I think he's kind of like realizing I need to turn a new leaf. And that's what I think was coming out of Book of Boba Fett.
Well, and I think, not to make anybody angry, but like
I just wanted to show how nerdy we are. I love it.
old people aren't exciting, but they have really good stories.
Yeah.
So like all his flashback stuff and like going through the stories is what's exciting about it. Like you don't expect him to go out now and be like a huge badass. He just like,
but he
surrounds
was
him,
in the
but
Mandalorian.
he surrounds himself with a whole bunch of badasses in the
Yeah.
show, and he makes them do all the like most of the work.
And I kind of like, because so like Tamara, like Boba Fett should only be in his like early 40s at the latest, but they kind of like explain him being trapped in the Sarlacc kind of like physically aged him.
You
Because
ever see someone do the presidency for 4 years? They come out looking like they're fucking 100 years old and they're where they were.
because Tamara
Stress,
Morrison, the dude
baby.
who plays him is like 62, I think. So, but they kind of explain like his scars and stuff coming from the acid in the Sarlacc. So it
And-
kind of helps.
And he did also say he will play all of the clone troopers.
Yeah, because he is all of the clone
'Cause
troopers.
he is all of the clones.
Are they all cloned from Boba?
No, Django.
Yeah,
his
so
father,
they're cloned
yeah, he
from
was-
his dad.
Yeah, he was the OG for the clones. So that's why every single clone trooper just looked
And
like
then they
Boba
did
Fett.
CGI Luke again, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
and they did it a lot better this time.
So from what I heard, there's people who online who do deep fakes where they take like Biden and Putin and have them dancing next to each other. Like they're just really good at deep fakes.
Like they have like an AI program. Basically, the way it works is they have an AI program that will watch thousands and thousands of hours of footage of a particular person
Yeah, so we're fucked. Hi.
and it will and like every angle, every lighting, all that stuff, and it will morph it into an actual like
only from the waist up.
yeah.
They're gonna have these
Now.
perfect recreations from us from the waist up, and then our legs are gonna be like, that's not my legs.
But
Fun fact, we do this entire show with no pants on. That's
Yeah.
the requirement. We
why?
take our
Yeah,
pants-
why? That's why we have the table.
We may add
Got some comments.
to the Patreon with a lower angle camera view.
It'll be a camera underneath the table. Good afternoon, gents. Hope all is well. You got this. That's Drunken One. I've been hanging out with him in the Craft Beer Pours group
Nice.
a lot. Dude, we've been closing down the virtual bar.
Very
We
nice.
hang out till 3, 4 in the morning. We talk all the topics that normal people don't want to talk about because people get offended. And he's good people. I love this
Awesome.
dude to death. He's really, really cool. He's from Texas.
Nice.
My new Texas friend.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully I can make it in one of those
Or
soon.
4 o'clock. That's when I get up to go to work.
Oh, dude, me and him talked to like 4:30 in the morning one day. He's just good people. Dude, this barley wine is unbelievable.
Yeah, dude, it's
I'm not
awesome.
a barley wine fan because usually they're too sweet for me.
Well, they're also usually a
too-
lot
too-
stronger
or too
too.
boozy.
Yeah.
This is nice.
I'm surprised that malty isn't in the flavor profile.
Yeah, it is very. It's got that maltiness to it.
It's a little on the subtle side, but it's definitely there underneath
It's like-
everything else.
It's like a light barley wine.
Yeah, I'm usually not a barley wine fan because it feels like I'm taking a shot of a booze. Like it's a super super boozy.
It's not invisible, but it's you'd never think this is 9.4.
Yeah, no, it's and like a lot of barley wines, you can really tell like that. It's like it's boozy because it's almost like you want to end like a brandy snifter and you're gonna sip it over a little bit, 8-ounce pour.
Now, as someone who drinks a lot of barley wines, does this turn you off because you expect something different from a barley wine?
I don't particularly drink a lot of them, but I do appreciate them and I enjoy them. No, I think this is a nice and it's a very good entry. Like if you want someone to try a barley wine and be like, hey, this might be a little too intense. Here's a great step
Yeah,
up.
I would agree that because I love barley wines too, and this would probably be great for an intro because the stuff that like we probably enjoy the most about a barley wine is a little bit more muted in there, and but this just fucking tastes fantastic.
This is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is really good.
Boba Fett would be
It's
cool.
like, and
with
it
this.
doesn't sit like it doesn't taste the ABV either.
No, not
Like,
at all.
No.
Dude, you drink a pint of this at 9.1, you're gonna be like, where's my pants?
Why do I only have one leg?
Yeah.
Why am I in the Sarlacc pit?
Yep.
There you go. I brought it back.
You brought it back around.
There you go. Maybe that's how Boba Fett got so because of the way he ends up in the Sarlacc pit is probably the lamest way to end up
Yeah.
in a Sarlacc pit. But
Got drunk on Troegs.
yeah,
Fair.
maybe he was just fucked up. He was on Jabba's sail barge. He was having a good time.
Yeah. So the deep cuts.
Hungover from the night before.
Yeah.
So essentially, what these deep cuts are doing is someone just did, I guess, the new Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. They took old footage of Will Smith talking to Will Smith, and then someone who's better at deep fakes took Hollywood's version of what they're doing and showed them they can do it better. And actually, what happened is when they did the Luke, like they brought back Mark Hamill as Luke, but like when he was 20, and this person's like, I did it better than you guys did. And they fucking hired him.
Yeah.
They hired him and they're like, come work for us and make us so actors who are long gone dead, they're bringing back and somehow like doing new scenes with them. It's fucking insane what we're doing.
Yeah, it's insane, but I also kind of like my only gripe about it is so like Mark Hamill's not actually like he's acting out the parts and then they have a double,
yeah.
but he's not recording his lines. Like they actually have a synthesizer that processes his voice.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Does he sound that different now?
Well, he's older, so he doesn't sound like 25-year-old Luke anymore. So like he doesn't sound like 25-year-old Mark Hamill.
We don't even need actors
See,
anymore.
but you know, it's funny because like
Oh, there goes my
It's like-
future.
I still love the original trilogy. I could watch it all day long, but the Star Wars universe has expanded so insane that I
Oh,
just
it's
have,
huge.
I honestly don't make an effort to follow it.
Well, and what
When I hear Mark Hamill today, I don't associate him with Luke first. I associate him with the Joker from
Yeah.
the Batman
Yeah.
cartoon.
Same.
I love that you said that, by the way.
yeah,
And And I hate to bring politics into this, but no matter what side of the fence if you're on, him doing Trump's tweets in the Joker's voice.
Oh yeah, they were
That
fucking
is-
hilarious.
if anybody can't laugh at that, dude,
Did you see?
you need a lobotomy.
Speaking of Batman villains and Donald Trump, once again, not political, not saying that I hate all politicians. If that makes you feel any better.
Yes, I think most of us agree with that. And if you watch the show enough, you all know that we're
we're all
both.
we're all punk rockers who got older. We're all punk rock emo guys.
None of them care about us, so fuck them.
So essentially, they found out they kind of like Trump did a speech somewhere, and they like compared it to Bane's speech when he was doing it on the steps of Gotham, and it's like the exact word for word same speech as Trump. He's like, "I take everything and give it back to the people," and then Trump's like said the same exact words.
It would be very painful for you.
I hate that Bane, by the way.
I don't know. I kind of like it.
Great.
Although
actor.
I wish they would have had the lucha mask.
Yeah, great actor, terrible Bane.
Dude, the best Bane is the Harley Quinn show Bane.
Where they're making fun of that.
Yeah.
Bane.
Oh, the goddamn Joker.
I don't even know why I talk like this.
Like my favorite running joke on it for like the first season is when the Joker kept like he paid someone off at the local like Jamba Juice to like write bang on it to misspell his name every time. He just keeps getting pissed off. Then he blows it up.
Yo, honestly, unless Coconator really, really shocks me, this Perpetual Darkness might be a dark horse for me.
Yeah, dude, it's fantastic. Like Billy, you said this is a fall release, I think, or late fall.
Yeah, like late fall.
The Perpetual Dark.
Yep.
How did I not know this existed? This is only at the brewery.
This is the second year, I think. of it.
Yeah, this is the second year.
I know. People are probably like, you guys are fucking like. I use the term because I'm a wrestling fan, but Mark.
Oh, definitely Marks.
And we're definitely like, I'm becoming I've been jealous. Like, yo, why the fuck doesn't he call me? I want to go to Troegs on Friday night.
Oh, most times I'm at Troegs is because I just happen to be in the area.
Well, we could. Well,
we can plan a trip.
Well, us two can technically stop Tuesday.
Yeah,
because we're
actually
we're gonna be.
We'll talk about that.
Well, yeah, I have to be there at a certain time, but we can probably, if you don't have anything going on, leave early.
I got nothing.
And then grab
or
like lunch there and a couple beers. And head over.
Are you guys doing anything tomorrow?
Drug test.
Work
at 9:30 in the morning.
I'm off tomorrow, and I have to take. I'm doing something with a friend, helping him out.
The only problem is I have no money, so I can't go with you.
But we were talking about going into Maryland afterwards because we're going to be fairly far south. But I was going to say, if you guys want to get together at Troegs, we'll go north.
Yeah.
I'm off Wednesday, so we'll see if I'm
we'll
going to run
out tomorrow. Unfortunately, I won't be
McCall
able to do, but
yeah, we're going to a concert Tuesday.
Yep.
Well, honestly, actually, what we could do is if he's got the VIP, are you able to send him the ticket?
Yeah, I had the physical, and then I emailed about
if you can't
gifting it to him.
Yeah, if you can't go to the VIP portion, you go just come with Rich and I, because I think that's where we're probably going to stop, because I hate Volbeat and I would rather get there late.
I am going to miss them because I'll be in the meet and greet line while Volbeat's playing.
So I'm not in meet and greet. I'm just VIP.
You'll be VIP. So I emailed them to see if because
we're going to see Ghost. By the way,
we're going to see Ghost.
I heard
so
I got good though.
There, I can't stand his voice. Like he doesn't know what he is.
That's I think my biggest problem, because a Volbeat song came on my Spotify the other day on a random mix, and I'm like, I didn't realize it was Volbeat, and I'm looked at it, I'm like, what? And then the guy started singing, like,
his voice bot, like
it's fucking terrible.
Musically, I don't mind him. Like the guitar and all that kind of stuff isn't bad, but once he starts.
But we have a 6 degrees
physically playing
of Kevin Bacon to Volbeat though.
Robot.
Yep, because Rob Caggiano, who is their current, I believe he's still in the band. Is he still in Volbeat?
Wow.
Yeah, lead guitars are Rock Band Volbeat.
Well, while he's hugging and kissing on Ghost, I'll probably just listen to Volbeat. I want to see them. Like if I'm at a concert, I want to experience.
They're not awful live.
We're gonna get there a little later. I honestly want to see Twisted Temple, but then I don't want to sit all the way through. So Twisted Temple is a satanic 50s like doo-wop band.
I'm so fucking excited for this show.
This show is gonna it's gonna change your life. But
so what does VIP get you?
You get like a cinch bag. You get I think a exclusive patch. You get
patch.
I have the email out to see because I have to basically gift it to you.
Yeah.
So we pick this shit up at the end of the show. So I don't know if because I'll physically be there picking up my VIP meet and greet package if I can say, oh hey, like
Like, I
here's
had
mine.
another VIP meet and greet, but
so
my
I emailed them to see if I have to do a photocopy of my ID and write why I'm gifting it to you.
Yeah.
Which is how it works. So you should be able to get the like all the extra
cool.
shit for the ticket, and you get into the venue like half an hour earlier or something.
I'm gonna run around with my shirt off.
All
Yeah.
right. So Richard, I'll be
Moving
on some point, but all right. So we got Trogonator, which we have had on the show before, and this is one of my favorite Troegs beers. I mean, I have a hard time because I think every beer my Troegs is my favorite. Except for
I'll be
Dreamweaver.
honest with you. We'll see how the rest of the episode plays out, but Trogonator is my favorite Troegs beer up to this point.
I think the only Troegs beer I don't particularly like is Dreamweaver, just because I don't like those wheat beers like that.
I'm not a big
So
beer
wait,
person either.
Weaver is a Trogonator wheat version?
No,
No, it's just-
Dreamweaver is
yes.
it's just their Hefeweizen.
Yeah,
Oh,
like it's not bad, but I
Yeah,
can't,
it's just not
like,
my style of beer.
I always get a weird like
There's like the banana
like-
and cloviness to it.
my throat feels weird.
Like
after
England
a wheat
summer
beer.
wheat, Dreamweaver is the Troegs equivalent. When that
so
existed.
Trogonator has had variants as well. They've had the double bock version,
Yeah.
and then they barrel age it.
The-
every
so
The barrel aged one I
that's
got
the whole
for my
point.
dad.
Trogonator is a double box.
yes.
That's the base beer.
Oh,
Yep.
Double
sorry,
box.
sorry.
Yeah, that's the
So
main
the-
beer.
Yeah,
So
my bad.
the barrel aged one I got for my dad one year for his birthday,
Oh,
and he loved
The
that.
bourbon barrel
that was
aged
his favorite.
Trogonator is fucking amazing. When I was down there, I'm like, fuck, I really hope they've really cut back on their barrel age series. They used to have plenty, but
Yeah.
now they don't. They only have a few now. Honestly,
I
don't think
have
they any.
actually I have and I'll bring it one time to do on the show, a flying mouflon from
That's
like
good. The freaky.
like, I
Peach is
think
really
eight-
good.
They don't
I
make
think
that
it no,
anymore.
it
Yeah.
I think it's like 2 or 3 years old,
Oh, nice.
or maybe even 5. I don't
Yeah.
know. I've had it for a very long
Yeah.
time,
The freaky,
but I
Peach is
haven't-
always so good.
but I haven't had it yet because like it's so heavy, like not heavy weight wise, but like the IBV is high enough
Yeah.
that I'm like, I'm not drinking this fucking thing on my own.
I have a request for the podcast. So last year for Untapped, I know you probably got closer than any of us, but I would love to try this year to check in every style of beer that's out there. Like try to find every like see how close we can get.
I was close last year. Yeah.
Like try to see if we can get every style.
Right.
Like we'll go to Shangy's anywhere it needs to go where we can get that style
we'll
of beer,
find it.
and we will try every style of beer.
I mean, to be fair, I have a lot of free time now.
I'll run with. Well,
All right.
with this new job, I probably won't be getting out till later at night.
That's I was gonna Wednesday. I'm off. I just had to be at work at the beer distributor for 4. So in the morning, I'll hit you up.
I
Maybe
can't spend money,
maybe
but I'll
we
go
can
for a
make
ride.
maybe we can make a plan and head down to like Lehigh Valley and hit McCall or something, and then grab some
Are
stuff.
they open on Wednesdays?
Yeah. They open at noon. So if we leave and head down for like 11, we'll be there from when they open. Then we can grab
Yeah,
lunch and a beer or two.
I'm
When-
Frank
when I-
Gallagher until I start this job.
And then
when I go down that way like that, I always do the Colony Meadery, and then I just walk right across the hall and go to Hijinks.
Yep. Yeah, so maybe we can hit a couple and then grab some beers for the show and then do a Lehigh Valley one.
Nice.
And then we can post it up in that Lehigh Valley group that we got invited into.
Yeah.
All right. So what do we got, Bob, on these descriptions for the Trogonator and Coconator?
All right, Trogonator Double Bock again from Troegs Independent Brewing of Hershey, PA. It's considered a double bock. This one comes in at 8.2% ABV, and it's listed at 25 IBUs. It has been logged in over 106,000 times, where it averages a 3.76. I have 121 friend check-ins, where it averages a 3.82. And I have logged it in 9 times myself already.
And this is one of the OGs, I'm pretty sure.
Monks had fasting figured out. No food, no problem. Just drink a double bock. Thick and chewy with intense notes of caramel, chocolate, and dried stone fruit.
Oh, sorry.
Nator,
Burped right
as
in the
we
mic.
call him,
Mute switch.
serves as
Hey.
a tribute to this liquid bread style.
Hey, we got all these switches, so we don't do that.
Whoops. Sorry.
Mhm.
And
It just came up.
the flavor profile is listed as malty, sweet, smooth, dark, and strong.
So I would say the only thing that turns me off of Trogonator, it's very, very good. I love the maltiness. Everything about it is really good. The sweetness sometimes turns me off.
That's the dark stone fruity stuff. dark cherries. And to me too, I get like maybe a hint of figs or dates.
Yeah.
And I already said this is my favorite Troegs beer.
This
I-
one you
I-
drink and you're like, you're drinking a heavy hitter ABV.
Yep.
Like they're not hiding.
Well,
it.
but the alcohol doesn't burn, but
Oh.
I mean, but it's obvious that you're in high octane territory.
Yeah. You know
But,
you're in the big leagues.
it sits a little heavier in your stomach. You can feel the difference even just going down.
Yeah, and
So I-
honestly, sometimes like I feel like every time I have a Trogonator, I find something new about it too.
And then it's and that's another thing. It kills me when people say they don't like malty beers because that's what beer's
It's
made
beer
from,
made of
is
fucking malt.
But
These are sippers for me. I like.
well, anything at this high should be.
Yeah.
But
But,
like my
yeah.
thing is that this is the first like quality over quantity beer like that I ever had. It's like
Yeah,
okay, so
I
it's
agree.
what 8.2. So like you don't need a lot of them to get where you need to go, but it doesn't matter if you like slowly drink it and let it get a little warm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Because it's
because
like-
that's the other thing. Because like so much other stuff comes out of this when it warms. Like I can already get the caramel. Already
Yeah,
on
there's
the back
lots
end,
and lots
I
of
just don't-
caramel.
If we let this sit out for 20 minutes, you're going to be drinking a completely different beer.
It really is a beautiful beer. Like this is just like it. Like you said, you just you sit like you sip on it, and the more you sit on it, the more it warms up. Those flavors come out.
It's like one of those beers that you drink at the end of the night and you pass out, and then you wake up at like 2:00 in the morning.
You
and
get
realize-
an aftertaste in your mouth. You're like,
you
Well, no,
you
it-
roll
like,
over
it's
and you
more
pick up
like-
the can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't want to waste this.
Yeah, this one definitely as it warms up, it's a fantastic beer.
And I'm assuming it's going to be the same with the Coconator or even more, because I'm sure more like
yeah.
more of the
Cheers,
chocolate,
last beer.
more of the
What's up, bud?
coconut.
I just put my hand up. I didn't hold anything. So my first initial taste, it was really, really sweet. And then as we're just sitting here talking, and it has warm, like it's not as sweet, and that's when the caramel comes out and everything. Like it's a complete.
on the back end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last beer hanging out with us. He was here with us last week. Haven't even cracked a beer yet. Well, what better time than now, buddy? Come hang out with us and enjoy a beer. We're doing all Troegs, a whole Troegs
With
lineup.
Troegs variants.
Yeah. So
I want it so bad to do like a Loki inspired thing for this one, like a graphic, but I just have not had fucking time to do anything.
yeah, we'll get fun later on. Like,
Yeah.
we're still like, I feel like we're finding ourselves still. Like I think once we figure more things out, we'll be able to hit the ground running with more stuff on social media. But I'm just being honest, a lot of podcasts just pick one form of social media and they ride it. It's hard running more than one.
Yeah.
It really is. It truly is.
Especially when you don't know the rule. Like I'm good with Instagram. I'm fine with Instagram. That's my preferred
My
platform.
only
I'll
problem,
be our-
my only problem with Instagram is you have to always be like, "Hey, you want to check us out? Go to the link in bio."
Yeah.
And it's just so many steps to get people
you
to
can't
finally
link.
hear your episode.
Yep.
Like people do the IG lives and they do very well, but you have to.
Yeah.
Are you going to say, okay, I'm going to go IG live and not put any of our content anywhere else?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you already have an establishment on YouTube and Facebook and the audio platforms, so it's really tough to find that balance.
Yeah.
It's like
I fucking hate Twitter so much.
I'm
I
good
love
with-
Twitter.
I'm good with like the write-ups and stuff like on Facebook.
Yeah.
Because when I share something, it legitimately bothers me that like when people blind share,
Yes.
like, and they don't write anything extra
I will say this: you.
to try to draw eyes to it. Like,
This isn't a shot at anyone else in the network because we have a big network. We have a lot of people. You are like the unsung hero. You literally support every single show and share and,
I
like,
try.
and legit watch and participate. It means a lot, man. You kill it. Like, and this is not just me saying it. Other people on other shows say like, "That's sick that Bill does that." Now we don't expect everyone to do it, but the fact that you do, it's noticed.
Yeah, I've been trying to share more.
Yeah.
I find myself on work days, I don't get on Facebook as much or anything,
It's
honestly.
the only time I go on social media is for this network or
Yeah.
podcast, and it sucks. I pride myself for a long time to listen to other people's content, but it's been so hard to because like I said, like a lot of people I just met only have content on YouTube. So I was like, all right, now I have to so I set up my Fire Stick upstairs, and each one of our podcasts I have set up on our Fire Stick. So if you ever log into our Fire Stick, like YouTube for our podcast, it's a lot of people that I'm just I'm watching their content. So
Yeah.
like the algorithm's there. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna go check out a last beer.
Well,
or a
See,
Bumpy
that's-
Road.
I started. I used to do it all the time. And it was it started out. I only used to listen to the Untapped one, Drinking Socially.
Yeah.
And when I ran into Us before I was part of Us, I started listening to this one Mondays too, because that's when the audio came out.
Mhm.
And originally I would listen to the Drinking Socially in the mornings when I was doing the setup for work, because for a long time it was only about 45 minutes. And you know, they're like us, they're over an hour most times now, and I don't have that much time in the morning anymore.
Yeah.
And then I would listen to Bangin Beers when I got home from work. Rose and I worked different schedules. You know, I had like 3 hours every day when I got home from work, where I just sit on the back porch and chill with a couple beers and listen to you
I
guys.
hear
Nice.
one episode.
Because we're long and
Long
funny.
and funny.
That is,
But,
we need it on a shirt. Long and funny.
Hey,
Bangin
hey,
podcast.
yes.
you know,
that-
but when
Fueled by hops.
Yeah.
the last time around when winter came, I got out of that, and I don't know why, but so I forced myself, and I started and with all of them, I started at the beginning from episode 1, or a trailer episode if they had it. So I'm and I have an order that I listen to them in, just so I can keep track of everything. So I listened to, like, in addition to Us from the beginning, I'm listening to like 3 or 4 other beer podcasts. And actually, to help me with my Spanish, I'm listening to a beer podcast in Spanish.
Oh, nice.
That's awesome.
And I'm like maybe 30% on comprehension there. But
I honestly, just from meeting you and Rosa, because she's such a fucking sweetheart, I want to get better at Spanish. Not for anyone else in this world, but her.
But yeah.
yeah, you got to go back to your Duolingo.
I know.
man.
I need to go back to that really
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
And then I listened to a couple of history ones too.
Nice.
But if I could give if you don't mind, if I give a shout out to the
Absolutely.
and if there's anyone else that you think you got some good beer podcasts out there, light us up, man.
Yeah. I've been finding less podcasts, but more YouTube content
Yeah.
creators.
So
Yeah.
But South Jersey beer scene,
Okay.
the Jersey beer guys, the Beer Yard people. I went back to the beginning and listened
They're
to
fun
their
people.
first 3 episodes, or I might even be up to episode 5 on them.
It's easier to get
Um,
Steve on because he just had a baby, but he lives a little closer.
The Beerists. I don't know if you've ever heard of them.
Mhm.
And then there's another one. Someone that I'm friends with on Tap told me that they used to be on part of the show, and I started listening to one called Blind Pig Confessions, and it's in addition, they're from Indiana. They go to different breweries out there, and in addition to that, the Blind Pig is a form of a speakeasy that was like blue collar people.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
So they every episode there's some trivial information about stuff that happened during Prohibition. They play some Prohibition era music and stuff, and good shows.
That's awesome.
All of them.
Yeah, I need to try to listen to more. I literally listen to one podcast besides like occasional Knuckle High School and stuff.
I honestly, it's easy for me to share and watch along with all the other shows because I'm off from the beer distributor on Tuesdays and Thursday nights. So we'll get home from work and then do my normal routine, and then I will stream it off of my phone onto my TV and just hang out in the chat on my phone and have it playing on my TV. Like, it's just so it's easy to share and then just hang out. Like, so I mean, it's not very hard.
No.
And it's fun, and normally I'm interested in the conversation
Yeah.
that's going on. And
I tried to tune in and then I realized it was too late. I'm like, shit.
last week I think I shared it like 5 minutes late. Yeah.
Or I've been at least lately going on trying to at least get the share on it when I know it's going. But
Like, I'll do that, but if I have nothing else going on, like, then I'll generally hang out in the chat. Or the other week, I think on TBI when these were doing the movie one
Oh yeah.
with the Chris movies, I was like at home watching, and I'm like, I should just drive up there and hop on.
Dude, it's always an open seat. Miscellaneous beer review says we don't get Troegs in Florida. He was one of the people on the show I was on last night. Super fucking cool.
we can try and
dude.
figure something out, friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so cool hearing, like, I feel bad 'cause I go on these podcasts and I start like asking questions and I'm just a guest and I feel like I'm like hijacking and I'm not trying to, but I'm genuinely curious maybe it's just, I don't know if it's a school county thing or just my brain thing, but I love going to a new area and be like, yo, what's your thing?
Oh yeah,
Like,
dude.
yeah,
That's
like-
one of my favorites. Just going in and bullshitting with people.
Yeah. Like we have like our own milk, our own dairy, our own barbecue chips. Like we have our shit
Iced
here.
tea.
You know what I mean? Like, and that makes us us. So when I go somewhere else, like even when you go to Hazelton, you're like, oh, we have farmers, we have this, or you go to Philly or
I mean,
Jersey.
I think it's funny because like farmers and they're the same thing.
Oh no, they're not.
No,
No, they're not.
I got
No, to an outsider they are. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got very angry when I was at work for
You
a
almost
week
got
in,
shot, Bob.
in Lehighton. So they have Zimmerman's iced tea
Oh,
there,
I forgot about that.
and I found a gas station that actually sells gears.
Yeah,
So I would have to go there, and my parents came to visit me, and we went out to eat, and they're like, "Do you need anything?" I'm like, "I need fucking gears iced tea."
dude, I
Like,
go through 2
like
gallons
right now.
of fucking every other week.
I don't really drink it much now.
I
I
love it.
consider it like a treat.
I'm gonna
Like, if
I'm
I
gonna
have
fucking
it.
pass a kidney stone that'll cut me off real quick. But until then, I'm fucking.
There's certain places like when I get slices from Palermo's, I got
Yep.
gears.
Yeah, it's gears iced tea. But anyway, I love just the craft beer thing. Like it's so funny because we're only like the one guy who's on the show who that hosted last night. He was originally he's from Rhode Island, and Rhode Island's a half-hour drive across the state. So when he hears that like I travel 30 minutes to work, that's like fuck, that's far. Like that's our state. You know what I mean?
Well, like the wild thing to me is Florida. So if you're on the Panhandle, you could be in a different time zone.
Yeah, the last 2 counties are in
Yeah.
Central Time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So if you live in one of those 2 counties and work in like literally
I
like
did not know that.
so like if you work 2 counties away, which could be what like a half hour 45
You
minute
get home
drive.
from work, it's an hour later.
Yes. Or,
Hour
well,
behind. You go back in
an hour.
time to go home.
So basically if you're done work at 3, you get home at 3.
Unless you would do the other direction.
Yes. Yep.
Could you imagine you getting out of work and you lose another hour of sleep?
Yep.
Fuck that. That would be the worst.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, so when I was talking, I was like, oh, the only Florida brewery I really know of is Tripping Animals because they did a collaboration with Other Half. But I was like, it's cool.
Cigar
when you,
City.
yeah, when you
Yeah.
learn about other
Well,
breweries
now-
in other states, and you're like, man, I've had your beers. Like I've had your state's beers.
Well, Tripping Animals, we had that the I'm Not a Cat Judge
Yeah,
Yeah.
off of them too.
yeah.
Yeah, and the Street Iker that made us watch Vin Diesel on the
Street Sharks.
Yes, the Street Sharks.
Vin Diesel playing with toys.
Yep.
That's great. That
All
was a
right. Well,
Patreon
we haven't talked about Coconator yet, so bring that up, Bob. We got 2 more beers to go with yet.
All right.
Dude, Coconator is unbelievable.
Coconator, again from Troegs Independent Brewing of Hershey, PA. This is also considered a double bock. It comes in at 8.2% ABV, and the IBUs are not listed. This has been logged in just about 1,500 times, where it averages a 3.9. I have 8 friend logs in where it averages a 3.91, and I've actually logged it in once already too. The inspiration for Coconator came from the winner of our first ever homebrew hang, Christian
How
Richards.
cool is that? Sorry to cut you off, Bob. How cool is that Troegs had a homebrew contest and someone won it and now they make the beer yearly?
Yeah.
Christian Richards of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, starting with a base of Trogonator wort, which I don't know if anybody else knows that. They do that all the time.
Yep.
They
just
let
give you the wort.
homebrewers
Yeah.
use it. Yeah.
They give you the wort.
Kristen brewed her take on our iconic double bock with cocoa nibs, vanilla beans, and toasted coconut.
Real quick, shout out to a female
Yep.
fucking
Yeah,
brewer.
that's fucking awesome.
There are a lot of them out there, and I know a couple months ago,
They don't.
maybe a year
They had a
ago,
whole
there was all
speaking
that
out thing?
stuff. They had the whole speaking out thing. So,
So
like,
fucking dude,
yeah.
a fucking female brewer made this beer and she fucking killed it. Kristen, you're the fucking shit. Christian Richards from Harrisburg. We need her on the podcast. Someone
Hit her up.
someone fucking message her for us.
Coconator captured our hearts and palates, so we worked with Kristen to scale up the recipe. Thick and chewy with notes of caramel, coconut, sweet mash, and vanilla. Coconator is a hat tip to homebrewers everywhere. We taste caramel, coconut, sweet mash, and vanilla. The flavor profile is listed as sweet, chocolate, coconut, vanilla, and caramel.
I wish there was a little more chocolate. That's the only thing I'm saying. Vanilla is stronger than chocolate.
but
Honestly,
as it warms, I actually have one more can because the Perpetual Darkness and the Coconator were gifted to me for the show from Tim. I can't pronounce. Not sure on the last name.
Thank you,
but
Tim.
But he hangs out and he'll post up sometimes in the community.
No,
so
the
he
community
was
page is getting some traction, man. People are posting.
Yeah.
He had a whole conversation about cigars.
Yeah.
It's fucking great.
It's Al.
Al's- I love Al Muskin.
He's a good
I've been trying to get him on the show for about fucking 4 years. So
Al, you
Al.
want to come talk beers? Or here?
I don't know if he actually listens to the show or if he just participates in the community. That's cool too. Like, but he's a good dude. Yeah, the community's been doing well. My dad had a cool post about like, what's your beer that got
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
My dad hated IPAs, and now he's
Yes,
like,
he did.
slowly
Yeah.
falling in love. It's cool, man. I love getting people in. Like, I feel like our show, maybe in another 2 or 3 years, will be like, we could be able to be like, I taste the Rasputin.
We
Like,
should all go to a
even if we do-
Cicerone
if we-
class.
I looked into it. It's too goddamn expensive.
All right. Maybe there's like a
Cicerone.
yeah.
Because like it's like a price point per. Like you have to do one class.
So it's all a
first,
scam, is what you're saying.
basically.
Okay.
It's a
Listen,
scam.
You
So
probably watch a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And figure it out.
By the
So you
time-
basically pay, what was it, like $200 for the first certificate, then $400 for the next, then $800 for the next, then $1,600 for the next.
Fuck that. We'll
To
just
go
do our
all-
own research.
the way
We'll
through.
research beers. We'll drink a bunch of that style, and we'll fucking certify ourselves.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
By the end of this year and next year, we'll be fucking Bangin Beers podcast Cicerone official.
But like, we'll make up our own shirts
Yeah,
to have the thing. And
we banged it out.
yeah.
You just made me think of something hilarious.
What?
So he doesn't work with us anymore.
He's dead. No, I don't know.
The majority of my staff is all male. This was the first woman that we hired on that actually like worked out on the floor with everybody else. She wasn't an admin or whatever. And the one guy just kept trying to hit on her, and he had a snowplow attachment for his truck that he used to go around and do the neighborhood for extra money and stuff. And he kept he thought he was impressing this girl by saying that he plowed snow and stuff. and he told her
You want to get plowed?
he told her that he went to school to be a snowplow driver. so she asked him where he went to school at to do that, and he got caught on the spot. And he just said snowplow college.
He's a king plow.
So
The Plow King.
The plow king.
so I went to one of those places where you can like make your own certificate up on the internet. And I made everyone a diploma from Snowplow College.
That's awesome.
So you got a full size one and a little one that we can all put in our wallets.
The best is when someone tells me they're a fisher, and I was like, and they're like, what kind of bait do you use? I'm like, did you go to school for that? They're like, yeah. I'm like, are you a master baiter? And they're like, sure am.
That's like a dad joke and a half.
Hell yeah. Slap your knee. Yuck, yuck, yuck.
So Coconator, though,
Fucking amazing.
I was very concerned about it because I fucking don't like coconut.
Yeah.
But
Same.
I get mostly chocolate.
Yeah.
Like I honestly
Me
think
too.
I get
Yeah.
vanilla.
I get coconut on the nose, but I don't really get it in the beer itself. I think it tastes like hot chocolate.
What I was gonna say is I have one more can of it, so maybe I can bring it to a future episode and let it sit, and warm it, and then not necessarily have it as like a featured one, but at the very end,
I would
try it at almost room temperature
I
and
would
see if we
love
get more
a
coconut.
barrel aged version of this.
Yeah,
Like the barrel aged Coconator or Trogonator is fantastic. Like I said, I really wish they would have had one to bring for doing this as well. But oh man,
The way that Troegs just supports local home brewers, upcoming brewers, artists now, like they're just, I don't know. I love this brewery. You guys are awesome.
yeah, they have a little art gallery now in the
Yeah.
barrel room.
yeah.
If you guys want to ever show some love to podcasters, I mean, we just want to hug. Like, if you just let us come in and hug you, we'll leave. We'll wear a mask if you need us to.
All right, so I think we got our opinions. The Coconator's amazing. This
Yep.
is awesome. Now a new seasonal that came out of a homebrew competition and by a female brewer. That is awesome.
You see
Kristen,
Trogonator
keep it up.
and Coconator on a shelf. What are you going for?
Honestly, I'll probably take the Coconator.
I think I'm in that boat. I'm going Coco over regular.
I gotta go with my mood though. Like if I want just like the classic, but they're both fantastic. And
So here's what I want to do.
and as not that's the double nugget.
Yeah.
But as someone who does not love coconut,
Well, it's not
that's what
coconut.
actually-
it's cocoa.
No,
it's
it's-
chocolate.
it's
It's
not. It's
it's-
cacao nibs, coconut, and vanilla beans.
Yep.
So there's coconut in it.
Oh, Well, I'm glad I didn't get that then.
But like I said, that honestly what shied me away from it at first. But don't take that if you don't like coconut. I get it on the nose. I get a lot of the really deep chocolate notes and a little bit of the vanilla. I think honestly, to me, it tastes like a beer hot chocolate.
Yeah. What I want to do at the end here when we do beer of the night, I think it'd be kind of cool to do like a bracket. Like what is the overall like Blizzard versus Double Blizzard, which wins? I think that's the way we go with this one. All right. This is fucking it right here. Nugget versus Double Nugget. I haven't had them side by I don't know which one I poured.
We did this last year.
Double same thing.
There's
with
a difference. There's a difference.
Hazy, the hazier one is double, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the double is a little bit cloudier, and like Billy said earlier, there's actually different hops in double.
Yeah, let's get into that.
Did you read up about that?
I didn't. I was gonna message them and then I forgot.
Well, you should have.
I was gonna message them this morning.
So real
And
quick,
then I'm like, they might not get back to me in time.
Coconator was actually a scratch.
Yep.
It was scratched 375 and then turned into a beer. So that's a cool thing with Troegs too. That what makes me want to go back to the brewery more often is those scratch series.
That's also what makes me. That's the thing I hate about Troegs too.
You're like,
Well, I think it's more that if they sell a lot of the scratch, then they start to
like
actually pump it
the
out.
thing
as
that sucks
a name,
is
but
Troegs will put out scratches that I absolutely love and then never see them again.
yeah.
I remember they had this like cherry sour the one time. My brother still talks about it. Like
I think Brian is obsessed with cherry beers.
yeah,
Like
he
that's
likes
his
cherry
thing.
beers.
That's his thing. So I think we should have an episode of just all cherry beers and have Brian on.
Yeah. So all right, well we got Bob. Our last two today.
Well, I'll just run through quick while Bob's taking his picture. So on the regular Nugget, the hops are Nugget, obviously, Warrior, Tomahawk, Simcoe, and Palisade. On the double Nugget, it is Simcoe, Azaka, Columbus, and Nugget. So if Troegs is watching along or watching back, why the change in the hops?
Yeah, I would think that would like double nugget would just be like double the bill of nugget.
Yeah. So like, why leave out hops and add some different hops?
Yeah. What we got, Bob? Is it in the explanation?
Well, that's what I have Nugget Nectar up first, so we'll see what happens. When
That'd be funny if it's just in the explanation of double Nugget Nectar. We're speculating something that's public knowledge.
So, Nugget Nectar from Troegs Independent Brewing of Hershey, PA. This is considered a double red ale. It comes in at 7.5% ABV and 93 IBUs. This has been checked in almost 160,000 times, where it averages a 4. I have 160 friend check-ins where it averages 3.93, and I've already checked it in 8 times myself.
Oh, I hope I'm a highlight.
No.
No.
Well, if you got a good one, go ahead. But
Just you have to write weird thing like I've shaved my balls for this.
I have.
Squeeze those hops for all they're worth and prepare to pucker up. Nugget Nectar Ale will take hop heads to Nirvana with a heady collection of Nugget, Warrior, and Tomahawk hops. Starting with the same base ingredients of our flashback hopback amber ale, Nugget Nectar intensifies the malt and hop flavors to create an explosive hop experience. And the flavor profile is listed as hoppy, smooth, sweet, malty, and dry.
I fucking love this beer.
I honestly, this might be my favorite beer.
Nugget Nectar?
Yes.
Yeah, it's mine probably. I don't like it's. This is the only beer I go through multiple 12 packs a year.
Yep.
Yeah,
See, this
it's
is
so good.
I don't think you've seen enough, but it's like really bitter hops like that. It's amazing how well it works with something that's malty, and this is a rare example.
And it's
of
an
that.
amber ale. Like it's not an IPA.
Like
is...
for me, I like my pilsners, I like lagers, but just this beer alone makes me want to try more amber ales because it's like this is hands down my favorite beer.
Yep.
I don't score it as high. I really should. Like,
it's a 5.
It is, but I just
fuck it. You talked me into it.
To me,
but
it's a 5.
I just don't give it because I just
given
feel kind of like odd giving something a 5.
It's the only beer anywhere. And I love, and this is not a shot I love everyone's beers, you know what I mean? But this is fucking the one I go for. Like, dude, every time I see Andy's hat, I'm jealous he owns it. You know what I mean? Like, I want to support Nugget. I actually gave Andy one of my bottle openers because I ordered one thinking that there was 2 variants of the bottle opener. So my new thing is I want to collect Troegs. You have a mute switch, Bob.
Yeah, hit your moose switch.
Hit your mute switch. Fucking we pay for it.
Okay, yeah, no big deal. I'm the only one without a fucking mute switch.
You gotta fucking be on your game.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
Sorry, I haven't used mine.
Andy said something really offensive.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah. But yeah, no, this is my hands down favorite beer.
I actually gave it a 4.80.
4. Oh, you have the premium.
I got the premium.
I think when I get a job, I'm gonna go premium.
This is a 5.
I'm gonna bump it up to a 5 because honestly,
like I said, the whole thing. I don't like. I'm on my 3rd 12 pack of this now, and I had like 2 4-packs of the pounders.
Remember last year when I felt like I was being sneaky and I told you to get me a case and then Bill to get me a case and then I went and bought my own case. I drank so much Nugget Nectar.
What you got, Bob?
I have the double Nugget Nectar.
All right,
Yeah,
let's talk about double.
For how good Nugget Nectar is, double's just as fucking good. It's so good. I love it.
Now, spoiler alert, we've all had this. We've all had it before. We've had both of these.
It was so good on tap.
yeah,
I like Nugget better. Like double is very good.
Too. Yeah, it's good.
Double's very good, and the amount of ABV up doesn't really make a difference to me. I think I like the regular Nugget better.
I honestly do too. Like it's just, like so I could crank down a bunch of normal nuggets.
Yeah.
So like double nugget is like a little treat.
Yeah.
Like
so what we got, Bob?
So double Nugget Nectar, again from Troegs Independent Brewing of Hershey, PA. It's considered a double red ale. It comes in at 9.5% ABV with no IBUs listed. It's been checked in a little bit over 3,600 times, where it averages a 4.3. I have 22 friend check-ins where it averages a 4.16, and I've actually logged this one in twice already. Let's take Nugget and double it. Well, it wasn't quite that easy, but it sure was a fun balancing act. To start, we boosted the Simcoe, and this complex hops notes of apricot, peach rings, and bright citrus are the star of the show. Azaka enters the picture to add hints of juicy orchard fruit, and Munich malt brings a bready sweetness to make a balancing note. Columbus joins Nugget hops, grounding this limited release with a layer of dank pine. And the flavor profile is listed as hoppy, sweet, malty, piney, and peachy.
So I think that's where I still think Nugget is better than double, but that's where I think double is just as fucking good, if not better.
Don't get me wrong. It's not a far distribution of.
Yeah, if peach is involved, I'm in.
It's not a far differentiation that I don't like. I just think Nugget itself is better.
What is your favorite fruit? Like if there's a fruit in something, like what's your go-to?
Oh, it's
like orange, apple.
Someone else answer. I don't know yet. I got to think about that.
I have 3.
Okay.
Mango.
Yeah.
And then pineapple.
Mango's peach adjacent.
And then peach.
Yeah.
I'd probably say peach.
Yeah, peach and mango. I put the same. And I'd say peach, mango, strawberry are my 3. But I'm forward peach than anything.
Peach and then something citrus like orange, tangerine.
I normally
lemon,
don't. I love oranges. I don't like orange flavored things, but there has been some orange creamsicle beers that I've fell in love with.
Which is usually, especially the ones I love that are orange creamsicle beers that have no drop of orange in them.
Yeah,
and I also really love like the real fruit. I love banana and watermelon, but a lot of times banana and watermelon don't translate into artificial flavoring.
Yeah. That's what I really liked about that North Country banana Foster.
Yeah,
it was just the right amount of banana, but it didn't taste fake.
Yep, agreed. What about you, Bob?
I'm all over the place there. Again, if you can find something with a good banana, that's always great. Peaches are fantastic. I like apricots a lot. I love mangoes. Actually, you mentioned strawberries. Actually, one of my hot sauce kicks. I'm working on a bottle of a hot sauce that's made with strawberries. It's fantastic. I'm a big when it comes to fruit. I'm a big fan of brambles, blueberry or not blueberries, but blackberries, raspberries, stuff like that.
Yeah, I prefer the blueberry. I think to me, like I love eating blueberries. Like I'll eat blueberries by the carton, but I don't like blueberry flavored things.
See, that's one of the things I don't know what it is about blueberries, but when people do that artificial,
Yeah.
they tend to make it, at least for
Too
me, exactly too sweet, and that's
Snitz Creek and so for blueberry,
That's one of the few I like.
Snitz Creek and Fatheads.
Yeah.
Yep.
Make really good blueberry beer.
That's something my mom makes amazing blueberry squares. Next time she makes them, I'll have to bring some samples.
Oh yeah.
There's a brewery in Maine too that help me out here, Bill. They have a dog on their logos. It's all maritime based.
Sea Dog.
Look
Yes.
at you.
Yeah.
Look at this guy.
Look at me go.
They make a fantastic blueberry beer too.
If you're in the chat and you're listening live before we get out of here, and Julie, thank you so much for hanging out. She says, "Hey there, peeps," with a little peace sign.
What up, Julie?
I'm drunk. I don't know if it's a kiss face, a wink. We're gonna say it's a little bit of everything. A beer and a thumbs
Cheers.
up. Thank you. If you're watching, what is your favorite fruit flavored like candy beer? Like if they do like what's your go to? I'm curious.
Like one of the in the beginning when I first started doing this stuff back in the 80s, one of the first ones that lit me up really well was it's a little brewery in Belgium that makes that's all they make is lambic beers, and they do a banana one called Tropical. I can't say it's just especially when you've never had anything like that before. And when someone nails it perfectly, it's just you're like speechless. You don't know what to say because you've never dealt with anything like that before.
Yeah.
It is just and that's still my favorite. It's the Brewery de Troegs from Lambic, Belgium. They're still around. They have two lambic series now, but the original one they're called Chapeau, which is French for hat. But if you ever see any of the Chapeau lambics, don't be afraid to try them. And again, the banana one is Tropical.
Nice.
Yeah. Julie says I love sours. Yeah, that's a good style. But like, what if you see a sour is like banana, peach, raspberry? What's your go-to fruit or adjunct that goes in there?
I have one thing to add.
Go ahead.
So do you know what for like raspberries, blackberries? So how the little circles on them? Do you know what they're called?
Droops.
Drooplets.
Drooplets.
I hate the word drooplets.
Really?
I don't like it. It's
No?
just a stupid word.
What's the difference between a blackberry, a raspberry, and a huckleberry?
Nothing really. Like
Well,
full flavor and that kind of stuff. But
my understanding always is that a huckleberry is like a larger version of a blackberry.
We used to go in the woods and just pick them and
like
eat them.
So it's like the larger they get, the sweeter versus the tart or something like that.
We would walk in the woods and ride our bikes for hours, and we'd see a bush and we'd pick a whole bunch and put them in a bucket or our hat and just eat them the whole time.
So I'm going to say it here. So with the Pilgaroo thing about naming a beer, I want mine to be Bill doesn't like the word drooplets and it be like a
huckleberry beer.
It's like for like blackberry, raspberry, huckleberry. so like every
I'm your huckleberry.
So like every possible
drooplet.
Yeah. I want to name a beer and call it Freedom 43 because that was a Trailer Park Boys beer.
All right, so we're running out of time here now. So what is our beer of the night?
All right, let's break it down real quick. So let's go Perpetual versus Perpetual Darkness. We'll start with Bill. What is your pick between Perpetual and Perpetual Darkness?
As much as I love Perpetual, I'm going Darkness.
I agree with Bill.
Bob?
Let me look at my notes here.
Favorite brewery, Sierra Nevada. Great brewery.
Can never go wrong with Sierra.
No. Yeah, been there. Worked used across the street in New Hampshire now. Yeah, Sierra Nevada had one of my favorite Oktoberfest last year.
Dude, I love their experimental hop packs that they haven't done in a few years. They were so good.
Apricots, berries, melons. We love melons here on the podcast. Haven't met a sour I didn't like. I love it. Last beer says that's a tough call. That's tough to pinpoint certain fruits since most of the sours have tons of fruits in them. And she was right, Josh. I totally agree. But if I see peach or strawberry, I'm sold. Perpetual
Darkness.
Perpetual Dark is going to go on to the first bracket. Trogenator versus Coconator. I hate coconut, and the entire time my dumbass thought that was chocolate. It
Well,
still
it-
wins.
There is a lot of chocolate.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's chocolate.
I go Coconator over Trogonator, and they're both fantastic beers.
I don't want to vote yet. You go, Bob.
I'm going with Trogonator for that one.
1-1. Phil.
I'm gonna make it hard on Andy. Coconator.
Coconator.
And also, I hate coconut. Like
Yeah.
I legitimately tell people I am allergic
right,
allergic
well,
to coconut.
Because
you don't
I
have to-
tie it up. We're fucking, so I'm
Just so I
gonna
don't
have to
have
go
to eat it.
Coconator.
Coconator.
But Trogonator is one of my favorites. The Coconator, because of what it is, it's like a hot chocolate beer.
Yeah.
I'm
Nugget Nectar versus Double Nugget Nectar. We'll start with you, Bob.
sorry.
No,
I
Andy,
started with
sorry.
me.
Andy jumps
Yeah.
in.
You already started with me.
I'm the same anyway. So
Nugget.
Good.
Yeah, nugget.
Nugget.
Like I love double nugget,
Double-
but it's just the fact that I can, and I don't want to say binge drink, but like I can have.
Oh yeah.
like,
I'm like, oh
like-
shit, I just drank 6 nuggets.
yeah. So like I can have multiple nugget nectars just because of the ABV, but so much like with the Gears iced tea, a double nugget is a treat.
Nugget Nectar is the Gears iced tea of beers.
Yes.
All right, and we are the Blizzard.
double Blizzard over Blizzard hops all day.
What you got, Bob?
I'm on the fence with this one.
I am too.
I think the Blizzard's
Um,
smoother. I think
It's honestly tough because my argument will be the same as nugget. Like, so I can hammer down a bunch of Blizzard
Yeah.
hops and still function.
But, yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the Blizzard.
tied up 1-1. Blizzard and double Blizzard. Bill it. No, you broke the tie last time. You break.
Yeah,
Blizzard.
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 All right, Blizzard. All
I
right.
love double Blizzard too, but
It's like I said, it like the same with nugget and double nugget. The original is
Maybe that's why they
like-
only do limited release
yeah,
doubles
is-
because they know they nailed it
like
the first time.
yeah. So it's a treat. So like being able to have a double version when you come home from work and you're like, okay, so I only want one beer.
yeah.
Julie says I'm not touching anything with the name Nugget and Nectar together. You're missing out. This is
Oh.
the greatest beer of all
We're
time.
talking
it
nugget
is.
hops, Julie.
Oh yeah.
But
She says
all,
just
yeah.
July.
but also there's words that I hate, like the word casserole.
It's
Be-
a
be-
Nugget
because-
Nectar. It's a moisty
You're gonna
Nugget
make it a
Nectar.
druplet
It's not
casserole.
moisty at all.
Yeah, druplet casserole. I'll puke all over this fucking table. But it's like
Billy just died.
I just died inside.
All right, well,
by saying-
ready to die
Droop.
aside again. You have to go Perpetual Ale versus Coconator. Bill, you're starting us off.
Oh, God damn it.
I'm
I'm gonna go Perpetual Darkness.
Perpetual.
Wait,
Darkness.
we're going these between each other.
Yep.
Yep. So
Okay.
it's like a bracket.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who wins the Super Bowl of Troegs?
Which if you want, comment
I'm just
or
gonna just beat them all.
No, I can't do that.
so
Yeah, I was just gonna say, yeah, I'm going into
So-
Stalin mode.
Yeah.
so either so post up in the community page if you want us for March to do a March Madness bracket.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So-
this is the Super Bowl of
So for
Troegs.
for March, we'll do a beer, and then whatever wins the week before, we'll move on to the next week,
That'd be fun.
and then see if it can beat that lineup for that next week, and see who wins.
Yeah. All right. So for right now, you have what going for further?
For right now, I picked the Perpetual Darkness.
All right, Andy.
Perpetual and Coconator?
Yep.
I'm gonna go Perpetual Darkness.
Bob.
Same.
Same here. Perpetual beats Coconator. Trogonator. All right.
All right,
Blizzard.
so that's the NFC and this is the AFC.
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, this is the NFC because I want
That's
that.
the, well, yeah, I prefer the NFC. As
Yeah,
well.
same here.
Hey.
Sorry, Bill.
Sorry, guys, on that side of the table.
Yeah.
Nugget Nectar versus Blizzard hops. Yeah, I'm going Nugget as well.
I think it's gonna be unanimous vote.
Yeah, that's the NFC East
Nugget.
right here. All right. Listen, Perpetual Dark, you're a great beer.
They're all great beers.
They're all great beers, but Nugget for me
Nugget.
is daddy.
Nugget.
Fucking Nugget.
Big Agree, Bob.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
Yeah, so
Unanimous. Nugget Nectar wins.
All right,
the
here we
Bangin
go.
Beer
And this is
Super
our
Bowl.
new T-shirt. Fucking Nugget.
fucking Nugget. If we can find a way to rip off your logo without getting sued, we will. No, I'm joking.
Or we just have a plain T-shirt with plain words to just say
Or
fucking Nugget on it.
But it's a chicken nugget.
Yes.
Troegs, if you want to collaborate and do a
Or
Nugget Nectar's t-shirt with us, that'd be amazing.
or a chicken nugget that looks like a hop.
All right, boys. What do we got here on the chat? Oh, someone from Twitch hanging out with us. Okay. Getting even more getting even more for the melons joke. Listen, Julie, we were ranked by a Pittsburgh podcast of being long and funny. So we got to ride that out. We're long and funny. Nova says, "How's it going, guys? You tuned in a little late. We're closing up here. We're wrapping up. But we're doing great. Thank you for hanging out." And he says, "Double Nugget Nectar. Double's good,
Double's so fucking good.
but I think Nugget.
But
Like,
for just
it's-
straight drinkability, I gotta go the nugget.
It's it's a
But, you know,
treat.
This is like it's like it's on auto rewind, but again, there's no bad beer on this table.
No,
No.
everything that Troegs puts out, even the beers I don't particularly like Dreamweaver, are still good. Like we've said this multiple times before, Troegs is a heavy hitter, and we love their collaboration with other breweries.
Yeah, they help out so many people.
And like Coconator, is that Coconator? Yeah,
Yeah.
I grabbed it. Female home brewer won this, so that's awesome. That these ladies, it was Kristen, I believe, right?
Can we hire Troegs? Can we just hire Kristen?
Yeah,
Just
I
put
mean,
Kristen on the lineup.
That
Yeah.
like the showcase female brewer in the area, because especially like Billy mentioned before, there was some controversy with some brewers a few months ago regarding
Matter of fact, I want to find out what else Kristen brews.
Yeah,
and I want her.
Kristen-
I want to try Kristen's beers on the show.
Yeah.
Kristen. We're gonna find your IG and we're gonna tag you.
Yeah, we're gonna find out where you.
You can
live.
tell us to either go fuck ourselves or we can talk.
We're gonna find out where you live, Kristen, and we're gonna come hang out.
No, we're not in a creepy way.
Currently we are Liam Neeson's status and taken.
Yeah.
We have a certain
we
set
will-
of skills,
Yes.
and we want beer.
But your beer is fantastic, and it's amazing that Troegs is now. This is the second year they put it out for you, and
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah. Bob, you're trogged out over here. Hat, t-shirt, underwear, socks. What do you want to plug besides the merch here?
Again, this was a pretty a lot of stuff going on personal wise. So this was a pretty short road trip with Rosa Week. Our only trip was to the brewery at Jim Thorpe that we talked about already.
I'm very excited that when the old side of Jim Thorpe closes, we have somewhere to go.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's gonna be really pumped. It has me excited. And then Heidi doesn't drink, so she can just drive us all home.
hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Thanks, Heidi.
Thanks, Heidi.
So we'll give again. I'm still nursing mine. This cream ale is awesome.
Very good.
So shouts out to the people at Bright Path. And again, I'm the Troegs fanboy today, so
I love it.
Shout out to Troegs.
Yeah. Julie said in the chat, so hey, who does the paranormal stuff and when? That'd be me, but I am
every
the,
other well, this Monday.
this Monday we usually do Tuesday nights, but Tuesday we're going to see
Ghost.
a paranormal band.
Well,
More
I'd
satanic than
satanic
paranormal.
church.
Yeah, we're gonna go worship the devil.
Yes.
Yeah. So Monday we will be live. We're doing something. Kelly's upstairs watching a movie with Heidi as we speak. But we're doing like I guess more like tarot or like astrological and the history of Valentine's Day and the difference between a soulmate and I don't know. I'm being honest. I'm the open-minded skeptic in the
A
show.
soulmate and a moon mate.
So if you search on YouTube, Truth Behind Illusion, if someone can help me by I'll just do it while someone else doing the next plug. I'll put it in the chat below. But yeah, so Bill, what do you have to plug?
Okay, so I'm gonna plug our friends out in Western PA at Fueled by Hops are doing a beer fest called
nice.
called The Best Brunch Ever. It is May 14th. The tickets are on sale now. 20 plus breweries. A few that are highlighted are a Fourscore, Other Half, Abomination,
That's a heavy hitter.
Magic City, Kushwa, Prototype, and more.
Nice.
So they had a Drink the Cookie Table one last year.
Oh, I remember seeing that. That was really cool.
And our friends were out there from Pilgaroo.
Nice.
So perhaps
That's,
they'll
actually,
be back
I-
out there this year.
I forgot that is one of the beer podcasts that I'm listening to too. I've listened.
Fueled by
to their-
Hops.
I've listened to their first 3 episodes.
They're good
so
people.
far.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we are long.
So I just wanted to plug them, and also School County Brewfest is July 30th this year. When the tickets go on sale, we will post it up on all of our socials.
And one of the guys who runs Fueled by Hops sponsors us on Patreon, which means the world to us. So thank you, Ryan, so much for the support.
That's why part of why I wanted to shout out their fest, because I mean it would be nice if we could, or at least half of us get out there.
Yep,
I would
for
love
that
it
and hang out.
If someone grabs tickets, I will. Obviously, I can't buy anything now, but
Yes,
I'll pay you back.
I was just figuring if all four of us went and got an Airbnb and hung out there for the
I rated
weekend.
an extra week of vacation this year too. So
it is on May 14th.
Is it a weekend?
Yeah.
I might be able to figure something out.
So we can get an Airbnb.
Yeah,
and as long as it's dog friendly and I can bring my dog.
Let's offline that. I got a good border for you though.
All right.
Cole's Kennel, they're the best.
All right.
I'm good. My wrestling
then
show. My wrestling's only until the 21st, so I'm good.
All right.
Monday at I believe 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock we're going live.
There you go.
So Andy's plug is the kennel for my dog.
Yeah, Cole's Kennel in Palo Alto. They are the best. It's a very just as a segue, I'll plug them. Cole's Kennel. You can find them on Facebook. They are what we love about them is there's so many kennels that are for boarding that are just, they feel corporate or they feel like that's it's their business. These people do it at their house. So they take your dogs on multiple walks a day. They get to play. It's a lot. They're really good. It's only $20 to have your dog groomed if they stay there. So it's fantastic. Cole's is the best.
They'll give me a haircut and hang out.
Yeah.
That's sick.
And they'll send you pictures. They'll show you all everything. But plugging wise, I got a new acoustic project in the works that hopefully we can announce some stuff in the near future, but it's going to be fucking sweet.
Are we having new music coming soon?
Oh, but Bangin Beers?
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's coming.
It's on its way.
It's on its way. Anything else you want to plug?
I'm good.
All right. The IWEP Network. We have something for everybody. If you head over to iwepnetwork.com, you'll see all of our shows. You'll be able to follow us on all social media. We have interviews with everyday people, which is me personally. I interview people from all over the world or locally and just hear their stories and find out what they're doing between local business owners, content creators, people who have just experienced some things. It's a wide variety of everything. I have an interview scheduled this Wednesday, so I'm very fucking excited for it because it's something. If you're local, he's like a hero to us. He came to everyone's elementary school, and you got to touch and pet his animals. Yeah, Porcupine Pat.
Oh, I know him. Man.
Yeah, I don't want to jinx it in case something happens, but I have an interview scheduled with Porcupine Pat, and it's going to be at the new Cabana Entertainment building. So I'm gonna film on location at Cabana Entertainment. Like I said, check out our link tree. We have a lot of our people who really, really support us, whether it be local businesses or sponsors. Please show them love and check out their stuff. We don't read off all of our sponsors because we want to keep this show more or less just content and not so much reading sponsor ads all the time. But please take a couple moments to check out our website and check out our sponsors on the IWP network. And just and show them some love. We have a lot of people who make some home crafts and local businesses and tattoo artists that are just really artsy people who are very creative and very good at what they do. Also, rest of the shows, Tornado Tag Podcast if you're into professional wrestling, Not Cool in High School if you like pop culture, video games, comic book, movies. We cover it all. Truth Behind Illusion, Ghost, Conspiracy, Demons, Cryptid, spirituality, crystals, it's all there. And welcome back. We Like Wrestling Podcasts and Stay Doomed, which is all shows that are not ran by me, but they're all people that we have brought on to the network. Welcome back as a buddy podcast where two friends just kind of who've been friends for a very, very long time, who are obviously unfortunately separated by distance, but Zoom calls make them come together. They talk and talk about current events and things going on in their lives. Stay Doomed is a podcast where they watch TV shows, so you don't have to, that only lasted a season or two, and they tell you if it should have stayed doomed or been picked back up and ran for more shows. Or We Love Wrestling Podcast was another wrestling podcast. We do various topics and interviews with people in the wrestling community. So if you can support the IWEP network, that'd be amazing. We're on all social media as well as our website, and it'll direct you to all of our shows. We're live all the time. Thank you guys so much. Bangin Beers Podcast. Where we got here? Julie, guys, one more comment before we get out of here. I do my best to pop in and hang out. Julie,
Appreciate it, Julie.
It truly, truly, truly means the world to us. We're just island boys trying to make it.
Oh, fuck that shit.
You know what I mean? We're
Fucking that. No, I hate the island boys garbage. But anyway,
if those guys can get a following,
yeah, because they're fucking idiots.
listen, they did it though.
I know.
I may not agree with the way people do things, but we do it our way and we stay true to ourselves.
So I gotta step in. It's like I have no fucking idea what you're talking about.
Good.
They're rappers with crazy
They're not
hair.
even
All right,
rappers.
Yeah, never mind.
They're
Yeah.
not even rappers. They are garbage people that I'll get into it. They're just not talented at all and are famous for no
Listen,
reason.
they grind and they did what they got to do. I'm not putting negative energy out, but listen,
I am.
If people can go and watch them just for the pure entertainment to dislike them, I wish more people would go take more entertainment to follow the people they actually care about and love.
That is the point. Yes. If there's these idiots can make it, go fucking actually support people that are talented.
Yeah. So anyone who joins in, talks, comments, hangs
Thank you for hanging out with us,
we
Julie.
truly, truly appreciate it. We are working our asses off so we can be at that level, and we will remember the ones who've been here since the beginning. Trust me.
That's it for Bangin' Beers this week. I'm the Lord Andy. We got the Lord
Anthony,
Lord Bob.
Lord Bill. And remember to rewind your VHS tapes before you return them.
yeah, don't be a fucking scumbag. We're at it.
Be kind, rewind.